is ellensmile. I just took a shower and I just want to tell you what I do when I get up. I've been doing this for a week, but before I even get into that, I want to show you something who I rescued. You ready? One, two, three. There's Mr. Cow. That's Mr. Cow. That was the video where I was at Kohl's and I didn't know whether I wanted to buy the picture or not. Well, I bought Mr. Cow. I just want to tell you that. And I'm waiting for my brother to hang it up for me. And I want to do a shout out to someone because they really touched my heart. And that person is Miss Bell 003. And I was feeling down this past week. And I'm good now, but I was feeling down. And she reached out and she asked if I wanted a diamond painting, that maybe I needed a hobby. But I want to tell you, I do have a hobby and I do the diamond painting. But I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for your kindness. You know, it means so much. I'm not going to cry, but it makes me tear up because you don't know me. We're not that we're strangers, but to reach out like that melts my heart, and I appreciate that. But I wanted to show you what I do. You ready? Hold on. Or what I have been working on forever, but I'm going to finish it before August. See, there's my diamond painting right there. And there's my cow. And one more shout out I have to do for my girlfriend, Michelle. She is so sweet. She has MS, and not only does she have MS, but she came to Steve's wake. That was over 2.5 hours. More than that, actually. But she came with her husband and her son used to play with my son. And we used to go to the beach and the park when I lived down the shore. But I want to do a shout out for her because I'm really, really grateful. Well, not only she bought this for me, but she bought one for my son. And I think it's beautiful. And it was this. And it said, "Husband, you left me beautiful memories. Your love is still my guide. And though I can't see you, you're always on my side." And it's just so beautiful. And it has a dimmer and stuff, but I can't do it because of the light. Okay, so now we're good. I had to do all these shout outs. I had to do everything, and I had to show you my cow because I love my cow. And I can't wait for my brother to hang it up. So this is my story today. So I have arthritis, rheumatoid problem. Until now, you're going to think, oh, this is like a conspiracy, but it's not. This is my truth. I feel that when I had my third virus, the vaccine on the third one, it really affected, not fourth, third. When I had my third vaccine, it really affected me, not only physically, but I was just, I guess mentally too, because I've just been so much in pain. Well, what ended up happening was it just, like I said, I just felt like I was in pain. I ended up going to physical therapy last week, and a woman was talking about having a car accident and that she decided she was going to make not a potion, but like this thing that has helped her, and it helped her stomach, it helped her bones, and it helped her like get more energy. So I'm thinking, this lady, whatever. So after I was done, I went up to her and I asked her, "What do you do?" Like, what do you do? What's the magic? But it's not magic. I'm not a doctor. And for me, it helped me. What ended up happening was I don't have any pain in my joints. And anybody that knows me, and Debbie, you know that if we go away, I am moaning and making all kinds of noises when I get up in the morning. I cannot move. And I don't have that anymore. I feel really, really good. And my stomach, I have like a lot of issues. When I was young, I went on Nutrisystem, and it really did a thing. It gave me a problem with my gallbladder, and I couldn't have ice cream. As soon as I have ice cream, it would go right through me. And I had a lot of issues for years. We're talking about 35, about 35 years ago, I've always had medical issues because I wanted to lose weight before my wedding. And I lost the weight, but then I got really, really sick. And I was on dairy ease, everything. I'm fine, but for some reason lately, for the past, I guess before Steve had passed, I was having problems. And everything I ate, like I would just go right through me. And that's horrible. And I'm sorry, men, and I'm sorry this is something personal, but this is something that I have to deal with and I want to share because it's so wonderful, especially more for the arthritis and the pain. I talked to her and she told me that I should use, and you ready? I'm going to get it out right here. Honey. And she also said ginger and turmeric. So she said you can do it in a tea. So I saw the turmeric with ginger and turmeric together in the tea bag. And I said, you know what? I'm going to do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this mixture right now. You ready? I'm going to take a tea bag. And what I'm going to do is, let me get this better. I'm just going to, and listen. And listen, I'm no Betty Crocker or nothing like that. It is what it is. I'm going to cut it, be done with it, and I'm not going to be really sweet and nice with it. We're good. Okay? But, okay, let me see if I can get this out of here. Oh, and I went to the Korean market, and I bought all these radishes for 99 cents. So later on, I have like a dip that I'm going to dip it in there. That's going to be my lunch because I'm really trying to eat healthy. Okay, here we go. I'm sorry. I got like 100 things going on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take garlic and I'm going to cut it up and I'm going to chop it up. And it said 1 garlic, but what I do is I do 2. And the reason why I do 2 is I'm going to explain it in a minute. And, because I'm going to use 2 8-ounce glasses of water. And that's it. Throwing it in. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's just has to be done. Okay. Let me see if I can move this back. But I don't think you want to look at my boobs. Let's just keep it down. Okay. And the next thing I did is I taken an orange. This is a lemon. I'm taking a lemon and I'm just going to cut it up. And I'm not going to make any sense with this. And the reason why I'm doing this is I just want to scrape out all the lemons and all the crap in there because I want the juice. I don't care about the seeds or anything. See how I just peeled it right off the lemon or the grind, whatever you want to call it. I don't know, but all I'm doing is I'm taking the lemon and putting a whole lemon. She said a half a lemon, but for me, I guess it's the garlic. I guess it's the garlic that gives it like a taste. So that is why you want to use lemon and also honey. But we're not on that yet. But I'm going to keep going. I'm going to squeeze it first. And then I'm going to take this out. There's my last ones. And, you know, this has really been remarkable for me. I'm able to literally function, and I'm not in pain either. That's the crazy part when you do this. Okay, I did that. So now, 8 ounces of water, and I have to be honest with you. When I do these things, I am not measuring to a T. I truly am not. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw some honey in it right now. So if you look inside here right now, you're just seeing like all this stuff. You're like, what is this? But what I'm going to do is I shut my fan off so the fire doesn't start dancing or whatever you want to call it. I put the right one on. But here I'm putting it on. And I'm just going to let it simmer for like maybe 10 minutes. I don't know, until I find that everything has evaporated. I'm actually going to put a top on. Oh, here it is. Oh, magic. I'm going to put the top on, and it's the wrong top. And now we'll try it again. And then I'm going to put a pot on it. So, and I'm just going to let it boil and do its thing. And let me see up here now. Okay, I gotta tell you. See the scar over here? You might have seen me on my last video. It was like a plasticky thing. Well, I got a scar because I was being selfish. I got a scar because I was I made popcorn. And when I was making popcorn, I made it fresh. I put the little kernels in. I had a cover. And I put fresh butter on it and stuff. So when I was done, I said, I gotta have some. So I went to go eat it, and I was so like in love with the popcorn. The container, like the cover went right here, but this happened twice. So I don't make popcorn anymore. I'm done. Maybe in the future, but not now. So I had another one, but if you look over here, there's nothing here. I'm not trying to flash, I'm just telling you. So what I do is I go to the dollar store, well, it's not $1.20. It's not a dollar store. It's not a $1.25 store. It's like $1.50 now, but I'm good. So I bought this, and it says silicone scar sheets, and it's by Careus, Caress, whatever it is. Well, it's a good product. So what I do is, it's a big one like this, and I don't need that much. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to cut it, and then I'm going to put it back. And what happened was, when I had this scar, it worked. I got rid of my scar. But the problem was with this, over the summer, I didn't use it because I was going to the beach. And when I went to the beach, I feel like the sun really just did a number on it. And I don't really go in the sun. So what I'm going to do here is just cover it up. Now it's covered. And I'm going to go on my way. And that's it. And then when I take a shower, I'm going to change it. If I would have done it right from the beginning, I wouldn't have had a scar, because between the two of them, they were like 2 weeks apart, and one disappeared and one didn't because I didn't take care of it. Now, I'm going to show you this, because when it gets like this, that means it's ready. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to take the strainer, and I'm going to strain it. Okay. And you can see all of the stuff in there. Well, it's dirty, but you can see that this came out. And this is my tea. And I'm going to taste it. And I'm good, but I'm not that good. I'm going to add a little honey to make it better, because I am so sweet. But hold on. And that's it. And I'm going to stir it up, and I'm going to see what happens and see if that's better. Tasty too. No, it really is tasty. If you like tea and lemon, it tastes like that. I have a slight thing of garlic, but not really. And you know what? It has been working wonders with me. Wonders. I have not felt pain in about a week. And I have been in pain for years, like over a year. And I just want to say that I'm just like really, really happy with this recipe. And if I could help you feel better, and also with my stomach, I've had, and this is gross, and I apologize, but I have had no diarrhea. I just eat. I've been eating very healthy. I've been eating a lot of vegetables. I have my pasta, because if I make a lot of vegetables, I would like some pasta with it. But I have to have more protein. I understand that, because I don't really eat meat. I'm more of a vegetarian, but once in a while my body does crave turkey. So I get like a smoked turkey breast. You're probably going to say, oh, well, that's probably not good, but I'd rather have that than a real turkey. But I appreciate everybody. And if this can help your stomach, because it has helped mine, my bowels are perfect. But I'm telling you, it's wonderful. And I wish I would have known about this years ago. And I don't understand why people don't say anything. Oh, it's all about the medication, the medication, the medication. Well, screw the medication right now. I'm telling you, if you have really bad arthritis, try it and see if it really works for you. They say you should do it at least once a day, but twice a day. I only do it once a day, sometimes twice, because I'm just lazy. But I mean, I started to, but it depends. I think it would be better in the wintertime, when I'm feeling a little bit better, when it's cooler and I'm not tired. I go to bed early and have the tea. And I also cut out coffee, and I love coffee. I still have coffee once in a while, but coffee is not on my list in the morning now. This will. So when I go back to work, this is what I'm going to have. I'm going to have this drink and bring it to work. And I'm really afraid to go back to work, because when last time they saw me, I couldn't walk. And I'm walking pretty good right now. You know what I mean? I can dance. I wonder how low I can go. Well, but I mean, I could dance. Like, I couldn't even bend. And I mean, I'm in physical therapy before my knee, and I did just have a problem with my knee. But I'm going to look. Wow. I went all the way down, baby. I can't believe it. So I have to say, this is like a miracle for me. It's a miracle. But if just leave it in the comments, try it. And if you did, leave a comment and tell me if it worked for you. Because I'm being honest. I'm not lying. I have nothing to lose. I'm not going to get any wealth from this. And they really can't delete my video. Hopefully not, because I can save everybody a lot of money. But it's doing this video so people can look at it. Because I keep telling everybody, like, well, write it down. I'm not writing it down. You watch my video. All right, everybody, have a good day. Love you.